Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video, I will be discussing that what are the most often asked questions for any clinical research interview. You may go for a CRA, you may go for a CRC, you may go for a pharmacovigilance interview. Irrespective of the nature of the job, these questions will be coming your way. I will be discussing top 10 questions with you. Let me share my screen and discuss these questions.
Let's discuss the top 10 clinical research interview questions. Those can be asked during any interview. You may be going for a medical writing, you may be going for a PV interview, you may be going for a CRC, you may be going for a trial master file associate. I mean, you name it. These questions will come your way, and these are not limited to 10 questions. I will also be telling you what are the different questions those can further ask in this topic. So let's start. So the first question is basically they are trying to test your fundamentals in a clinical research, and this is a landing question when you are moving for a technical round. Can you please explain what clinical trial is or what clinical research is? So clinical trial is they test new drug devices in human subject to ensure safety and efficacy. These two words are super important, safety and efficacy. Safety, is it safe? Efficacy, is it working? Right. These are two most important questions that we try to answer in a clinical trials. Second question that can come your way is, can you please tell us about different phases of a clinical trial? So now this can also be asked different way, that what is drug development process, or someone can ask you, can you please differentiate phase 2 from phase 3, like that. So phase 1 to 4, they are for a specific purpose, like a safety, doses, efficacy, post marketing surveillance. Now I will give you one important tip. For phase 1, use the most important terminology, that first in human. The moment you say this, the interviewer will be knowing that you know about the phases. First in human, and we are trying to test the safety. Phase 2 trial, you can explain that these are the exploratory trials. You are exploring now, maybe you are checking the doses right here. So that means you have, from safety we are also moving to efficacy plus safety. Now phase 3 trial, you can say that these are the trial, they are to the confirmatory trial. So confirmatory trial, that means safety plus efficacy will get confirmed in phase 3 trial and done in the larger population, maybe in a mostly multicentric trial. So that's all. And phase 4, you can surely answer is that these are the post marketing studies. Post, that means once the drug is in the market, still you are checking its effect. That means the wider population is now taking this drug, and it is the effect of the drug is being checked on the wider population even after marketing. After phase 3, you can market a drug, right? So this is how you should answer this question. Next is, what is ICA-GCV? Why so important? This is unavoidable. Even you go to the the leadership role for it, then also this question can come your way. And this is because ICH, they are the foundations of a clinical research. They are to protect the participants' right and ensure the credibility data. So basically these are ensuring ethics plus quality data, that's GCP. So they are there to protect the right, safety and well-being of the subject. So at least say this much. Now from this, a number of questions can come from this ICA GCP section. GCP, sometimes they can also refer it E6 guideline. Then they can also ask you what are 13 GCP principles. There is a video on my channel where you can learn in easy way and can memorize 13 GCP principle. What else question they can ask you? Responsibility of sponsor, investigator, monitor. So lot many questions can come from a GCP section. So you can also mention it in the chat box if you want me to make some video on a specific topic of a GCP. Moving to our next question, again unavoidable. What is SAE or AEs? How they are reported? Or someone can also ask you what is the difference between AEs and SAEs. So AEs and SAEs, they are reported with the different timelines. So SAEs, they are almostly reported within 24 hours, that is the timeline. AE, what is AE? They are undesired effects. If you know, and you should, if you know what are the serious adverse event, the 5 death, hospitalization, prolonged hospitalization, birth defects, also mention, I have not captured one, mention that in the comment section. So there is also another video on my channel to explain SAE separately. They can also ask you what is the difference between AE and ADRs. If it is, AEs may be related to drug or may not be. ADRs, there may be a possibility, the causal relationship to a drug. That is why known as a reaction, adverse drug reaction. So SAE, AEs, ADRs, you must know. Okay, so easy question for you, especially if you are going for a CRC interview. What is the difference between protocol and CRA? Again, lot many questions comes from here. Now you know that in clinical trial, whatever we do, we make a plan first. And this plan is our protocol. Plan of the study is a protocol, study plan. Now, in a clinical trial, lot of data is generated. Where we record this data? Case report form. So you can say the case report forms are data collection tools. Have you seen bank form or admission form whenever you are going? So they are just like that. So they are having all the field to capture the data. What is informed consent? Another important document, and which can lead to number of questions. So as of informed consent, so it has two part, informed and consent. Informed means sharing all the information about trial. Consent, they say, patients say yes or no. Why it is important? Because this ensures participant voluntarily agrees to take part in the study. He is not under any pressure. After knowing about a study, its risk and benefit, this is how in a practical we are ensuring ethics, we are also ensuring a GCP. Now informed consent form, further question can lead to what is assent, which we take from a children. Who can give the informed consent form, like subject give the informed consent form, but LAR, legally acceptable representative, can be there when subject is not able to give a consent. Importance of impartial witness, there is another video on my channel dedicated to informed consent form. You can just go and check that. Now another question can be asked is, what are the inclusion and exclusion criteria in the clinical studies? In a simpler word, this is the admission criteria. So basically this is to check who is suitable. Suppose if we need population in any study from 16 year to 60 year, that is one of our inclusion criteria. So who will be excluded? Suppose 17-year-old boy, he will be excluded. He won't be able to take a participation, right? So that is basically admission criteria. Now there can be a medical test, there can be lot many things. Suppose we wanted to do a trial on healthy volunteer between age to 18 to 60 year, phase 1 trial. Now for this, who will be included? Anyone between this age 18 to 60, they will take part in the study. Suppose someone age is 24 year but having a BP issue, that person will be excluded. because healthy, maybe underweight, one easiest example. Person is looking healthy, fantastic and everything, but when they checked his or her weight, that was not up to mark, that can also be excluded. So that is admission criteria in a simplest language you can keep in mind. What is the next question? It's kind of to check your motivation. Why do you want to work in a clinical research? Here is, I'll say that this is the thing that you can prepare in advance easily, show your interest, science I will just written in a general. Pharmacy also, if you are a pharmacy student, if even you are, suppose you are a doctor, medicine, connect it. Like as a pharmacy, you may have studied a lot about drugs. Now you can say that in a clinical research, I will get an opportunity to discover new treatment. I will be having impact in this job because I will be helping to meet the unmet health needs, right? Patient safety, how passionate you are to help people. Any personal experience, personal example you can wanted to add. So you can prepare very well for this question. Another question is, what is study protocol? You can simply say it is a blueprint of study. If there are 10 steps, those are mentioned in protocol, they will be followed in a trial. And this is the document that regulatory review, that ethics committee review, and they give a approval. So this is how it is important. It is an official document, and your GCP principle, scientifically sound study, is determined by study protocol. And this is also a clever approach, link your 13 GCP principle while you are handling questions in your interview, like study protocol. This determines the scientifically sound protocol, right? This is linked to GCP principle. It's an official document, outline the study objective, goal, that means goal of study, design, how you will, methodology, how you will do, statistical approach, what stat you will be applying, and ethical consideration. Now, this is also a question that many students leave as a comment to me in a different videos or over a LinkedIn. Do you have experience in a clinical research? I'm handling a question from a fresher perspective. Maybe you just graduated from your college. Now, my request is, don't say no. In a real life also, it's not like you don't have experience. You have a 14-15 years of study with you. So you can say, I had directly, as of now, I have not got an opportunity to work in a clinical trials. However, I have gained strong fundamental knowledge during my academic training. List your internship, and I am fully prepared to take on the responsibility with the dedication. And even suppose you have done some cultural activity, sport activity in your college, link it to job description. Say that this helped me to understand the communication better, working on a team skills, prioritizing the things. So link it. In our life, if we are living, we have experienced one or other way. So bring that here. I hope this is helpful to you. Leave your comments and suggestions in chat box.